Alright, okay. Hello?
Why, hello.
Hi! Hello!
Greetings.
Hello to you, Molly, and hello to everyone, and welcome... Oop, my head didn't load in there for a second, but it's fine. Welcome, everyone, to the Shark Stream.
Friends, colleagues, family, accoutrements, welcome.
Accoutrement.
Appetizers, aperitifs,
Hors d'oeuvres. Horse divorce.
horse divorce. Ah,
This is not me
I'm just...
implying that I'm going to eat anyone. I'm not that kind of shark.
Oh no. I was just saying goofy words. You're the one who turned it into a vor joke.
I mean, to be fair, you're the one that started saying food words.
Why, I never.
No, you did, like just now.
No. Did I?
I think so. Hi everybody, welcome to the Shark Stream. It's me, it's your boy, it's Gage. How's everybody doing? I am joined today for this very special Legend of Zelda Skyward HD stream by my good friend Molly. Hello, Molly.
Hello, Gage. I'm just here to talk about Groose.
Literally just here to talk about Groose and nothing else.
Yes, that's why I have the Hyrule Historia here in front of me today.
What the fuck is a Zelda? Who cares? Groose time, baby.
Yeah, baby, it's time for our boy. Well, actually, let's see. Where we left off. You were at the middle end of Skyview Temple.
I was in like that
we're
big
going to-
atrium part. Like
Yeah.
just after the flooded hallway.
Yeah, so we might not see Bruce today.
It might be a little bit.
It might be in a little bit.
Might be a little bit. Depends on how long we go for, probably.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But I'm excited to continue the Skyward Sword, as
Oh,
it
yes.
were. It's been a good game so far. I just realized I didn't quit out of Steam. I'm going to do that to give my CPU a bit of a break.
Otherwise, Steam will want you to update
Please don't
three
do that. Steve.
times.
No, don't
Three
do it.
times a day.
No, anything but that. But yeah, Molly, I haven't seen you since Hell's Boy.
Oh, I mean, I've been around, but just not on voice. Also, Phoenix is here to say hi again.
Hello, Phoenix.
Phoenix?
My cats are wandering around my room. They're closed in here right now. The door was shut behind them. Raggy
Yes.
is atop the Xbox Series X. He's moving to the window behind my desk now.
Yeah, Phoenix, she's so, like, cuddly these days and, like, demanding to sit in my lap when I'm on the computer.
Mm-hmm.
So she will be making frequent meows across the stream.
I have no problem with this at all.
But yeah, it is a shame that there aren't more Hellboy video games, or even like things in proxy of that.
Yeah, I mean, like I could get Injustice 2.
That he's a DLC on that is the thing.
Yeah, but the DLCs all have their own, tend to have like their own arcade mode and ending and stuff like that. So that could be like a stream if I wanted to play a fighting game.
Actually, word straight from Dom themselves, Sonic Fox, is that Hellboy is super good in that game.
That's good.
Yeah.
Most of NetherRealm's like actual like fighting, like the actual fighting mechanics of most of NetherRealm's recent games have, from what I understand, been pretty good overall.
Yeah.
I don't know that I necessarily enjoy how much they are like pushing for sort of like realistic graphics or anything like that, especially with the the news that came out about the development team for Mortal Kombat 11 like getting like PTSD from having to look at like pictures to reference for like fatalities and stuff like that.
Oh God.
Yeah. It's not great.
Oh my God. I should have expected that kind of thing to come out of that game.
It's not even like the first game that's done something like that. I remember hearing that like the development team for Dead Space looked at like car crash victims for inspiration for the necromorphs.
Oh, good grief.
Yeah, I'm really hoping that the team making the remake isn't putting themselves through something like that.
That's whoever's ordering people to do that needs to get kicked in the groin.
They need to have like a Mortal Kombat X-ray attack done on them, the one that destroys the nuts. Johnny Cage in Mortal Kombat 10. Go look it up.
Oh god, no. Are you saying that there's nut destruction?
In Mortal Kombat 10, yes.
Oh my god.
Absolutely. Like there's for any character that has testicles in Mortal Kombat 10, Johnny Cage has an X-ray attack where if you do it, you are treated to an X-ray, a little X-ray cinematic of their nuts being destroyed.
What the fuck? Tangentially related to this, I was just the other night I was watching Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Oh hell
with
yeah!
Friends. I didn't remember that movie ends with a dick kick.
Oh wait, which Mighty Morphin Power Rangers?
The 1998 one.
Okay. The Ivan Ooze one?
Yes.
Okay.
Of course.
It's been a hot minute since I've seen that. The most recent Power Rangers movie I've seen is like the new one that was released in theaters.
Oh, my friend Pat didn't believe me when I said, yeah, Bryan Cranston was Zordon.
Oh,
so
yeah, absolutely.
So I had to pause the movie, pull up a clip, like, look at his Bryan Cranston face.
Look at his Bryan Cranston smile lines.
Through the Nine Inch Nails music video screen.
The topography of his face is very Cranston-like.
The fucking, I don't know what you call that, the toy where you push your hand through all the nails and it makes an image. But
I
what
love
that
those.
effect was. And we had to
now
stop
you're
for, like,
talking
10
about...
minutes.
Okay, now you're talking about the new one. I thought you were talking about the 1998 one again.
No, we were watching that one. But the
Okay.
point is, that movie ends with a dick kick.
That sounds about right.
Yellow Ranger breaks a fucking button,
Mm-hmm.
and it activates a knee to the groin, to Ivan Ooze's big robot groin.
That's delightful.
And then he crashes into the fucking comet that never got mentioned throughout the movie up until the ending.
I love this.
And then the Earth is saved.
Hooray! Go Power Rangers!
And I was thinking about how there's like no good dick kicks in like kids movies these days.
You know,
which I will admit is a weird thing to be concerned about, but I got so used to seeing it is the thing.
I don't know, I'm not calling you a liar, but I don't necessarily know how accurate that is, but I can't recall any off the top of my head, because I guess I just don't really make specific note of dick kicks in children movies.
It's just because it was in, like, everything, like, haha, the character got hit in the groin off screen, haha, laugh.
There's like a ding sound effect.
Yeah, it was just so prevalent in media for children for some reason. I keep expecting to see it in just like anything, and it's not.
90s kids were just built different. Oh, speaking of kids movies, did you get a chance to see Chip and Dale yet?
Yeah.
So, I don't know if you've been present for when I've talked about it previously. When I was talking with Audrey and B about it on the stream that we had on Sunday, my takeaway is essentially this. The elements that were effectively like Roger Rabbit 2, like the elements that felt very like spiritual successor to Roger Rabbit 2, I liked. I liked the whole thing. I like the plot being about like bootlegging and stuff like that. I thought that was a very clever sort of like way to go about it. But I think if I wanted to watch a movie called Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers, I feel like I would have rather watched a movie about Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers and not like that.
So
also, why did Gadget fuck the fly? 42 times at a minimum. That was such a weird direction to go in.
Honestly, I think that was extremely funny because the people who were in charge of making this movie are people who had to have been slightly aware of the gadget cult. So of course they're like, "Oh, what are we gonna do with Gadget? Have her marry the Fly." Which is, if you're sitting down at a table writing this with other people, that's hilarious.
Oh, absolutely.
But then you actually have to follow through. If you're ordering that to be part of the movie, you actually have to see this go through everything, every part of production.
You need to have, there needs to be someone there to design.
It's hilarious.
All 42 of Gadget and Zipper's children.
I think the idea is hilarious, but I did not laugh at this movie, dude. Like, I didn't like this.
I was shocked at how prevalent Ugly Sonic was in that film. I didn't expect him to be that big of a part of the plot.
Oh my god. I mean, I don't know. Oh. Who else do you use in place of him?
I just completely knocked over my Switch. 1 second. You
fool. Hold on, folks. Gage knocked over the Switch.
Well, because see, why was there was a cockroach on my Xbox Series X hiding behind the Switch.
It's warm there.
It is warm there, but I'm going to have to kill this thing now. Give me 1 second.
Hold on, folks.
Murder needs to happen. What are you two looking at, huh?
We need to make sure you do not appear here again. Bailiff, whack his pee-pee. The stream lighting up as I gingerly put down my glass of water. Live updates with cockroach killing.
Okay, 1 second. 1 second.
Well, in the meantime, Phoenix is no longer sitting here, so I can open up the Hyrule Historia. And you can read this book for free if you know where to read things.
What book is this?
Hyrule Historia.
Oh yeah.
There is just like a huge set, because this came out in with the 25th anniversary. You know, this came out at the same time as Skyward Sword, right?
Right.
So there is just like a large section of Skyward Sword specific concept art at the beginning.
All right.
So a good chunk of the book.
Gotcha. I'm gonna get the game started here real quick. Bear with me a moment.
Oh, that's right.
We are here to play a video game.
That's right. I was about to also get like so ready to discuss like my disappointment with Chip and Dale movie. What did I fucking say briefly on Twitter? Like, after I finished watching it, I was just so empty, you know? I was like, I got out of the movie as if I went to a theater to watch it. Ha ha. Ha ha. No. Fuck off. No, I stopped. I just felt so empty. I felt like I was desiring for something else with this whole idea that they presented. And I legitimately forgot that this was supposed to be a legit movie from Disney. I literally thought it was a Warner Bros. Movie. For some reason. Just the fact that it had no feelings of like, oh, people from Disney made this. It was just things that Disney owns. And we're going to not really utilize their presence to the fullest. And the fucking J.K. Simmons character was weird and felt out of place. It didn't feel like... I don't know. It didn't feel like a Disney movie. And I was just like, but I want a Disney movie. Like, I know you guys have done referential humor before, and were good with it. So I don't know what happened here.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about referential humor as in like all the cameos, as in Roger Rabbit. Because okay, are we clear to talk about spoilers?
Oh, I don't give a fuck about spoiling Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers.
Okay, because much later into the movie, there is a nod on screen. There's a bottle of dip. And it's like, okay, you've clearly established that this is supposed to be in the Roger Rabbit continuation, okay? Why did you not up the stakes of this film from 2 to 10? Because in Roger Rabbit, the stakes are very high because the cartoons can actually be fucking murdered.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if there's a fucking bottle of dip in this movie, use that. Because that is like the unforgettable bullshit from Roger Rabbit. And I was just like, why is that not the thing here? Like, you have all these tools, you have all these properties you can use, and you have all these other properties you don't own that you can use too, I guess.
Yeah.
Why didn't they just use that?
Real quick, we got a little guy.
The beetle. This is like the... I guess that's what... Oh. What if it did have a little beetle voice? Like he made it, and then it got lost.
Beetle's beetle.
Beetle's beetle.
You have acquired a new item. Analysis of this object's insect-like profile and wings indicates it can fly. After launching it, you can remotely pilot the device. The sharp structure on the front of the device can sever threads and deliver a blow to smaller objects.
Oh, you know what I am forgetting?
What's that?
The reason that I tune in on Twitch anyway is to read chat.
There you go. We haven't had any chat yet. Maybe someday.
Maybe someday.
Press ZR to ready the device for takeoff, and press right on the D-pad to learn more about its operation. Thanks, Fi.
It's just a little guy, and you launch him.
This is a little guy.
It's a little McDonald's toy.
Okay, I need to fucking... Oh, whoop, there we go. Alright,
also,
Bazinga.
I was half expecting to see the fucking, like... What's that show fucking called, dude? Big Bang Theory.
Big Bang Theory, yeah.
I was half expecting to see, like, a Big Bang Theory reference for some reason, just, like, because they're pulling in all these references from random places. You could have just, like, done Roger Rabbit beat for beat again, and I would have been happy. Like, it was just so weird that there was just nothing to this movie.
So
and there was no real explanation for, like, oh, I had the CGI surgery, and they never talk about it ever again.
Well, the reason that, as far as I'm aware, or as far as I could tell in that movie, the reason that they, like, say, oh, I got the CGI procedure is so that he has some familiarity with the device that they are put into later on when they're about to get bootlegged.
Right, which I think it would have been scarier if they didn't know what it did.
For sure. One of the things that, like, I looked at that movie and, like, part of my thought was like, okay, somebody wrote this script and it was originally intended to be a movie with original characters in it, but they knew they could never get it made that way. So someone thumbed through the Disney archives to see what properties that they could use, and they picked Rescue Rangers.
But it's so weird. Like, the people it's the Lonely Island guys, and presumably, like, their SNL buddies who were, like, in charge of producing and directing this movie. So it's like, why is this movie not funny? Lonely Island used to be funny, for example. It's like, shouldn't this movie have been funny?
shouldn't this movie have jokes and japes?
Yeah. Because it's like, Roger Rabbit is legitimately a funny movie.
Shit. Okay.
Because it's written well. And owned by Disney. So it's like, well, at least there was no CGI Bob Hoskins, you know?
Mm-hmm. Speaking of CGI dead actors, I saw Ghostbusters Afterlife the other day.
No! No!
I will admit, the use of CGI dead actor in that movie is a little bit more tasteful than I've seen it done in some other films.
People knew it was gonna happen, dude. They joked about it, but they actually did it. It's just like, God, why? Leave these people alone. Leave these people and their image alone.
That movie was actually pretty good, admittedly. Like, I kind of liked it. I thought it was a fun movie overall. But something that I couldn't shake after having watched it and Ghostbusters 2016 back to back.
Oh dear.
Is that when I watched Ghostbusters 2016, my takeaway from it was because it's not my first time seeing the movie, but I haven't watched it in a while. And this was part of my movie challenge, and like I just had a bunch of movies back to back that all had Ghost in the title. Like I'm talking like 5 fucking Ghost in the Shell movies, then 2 Ghost Rider movies, and then 4 Ghostbuster movies.
Oh, it's just all the ghosts.
All the
and then
ghosts.
You'll have to watch Ghost with Patrick Swayze.
I actually have that.
And you watch it, and
No.
then you'll have to watch Ghost Town starring Ricky Gervais.
Okay, hold on. Don't even joke about that.
Don't. What do you mean? Are you gonna watch Ghost Town starring Ricky Gervais?
No. Why would I do that?
Oh, I don't know. Sometimes when I suggest against watching something because I didn't think it was good, you do it anyway.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna watch something with fucking Ricky Gervais in it.
I wish you could go back in time and tell me from 10 years ago to do that. I used to be such a big fan.
I'd fucking watch the Scarlett Johansson Ghost in the Shell again before doing that. At least there's stuff about that movie I like.
I'm not gonna sit here and shell out for Ricky Gervais. Some of the earlier movies he was in were like good, but probably because he wasn't like completely in charge.
Mm-hmm. Hello, G-Man. Welcome to the Shark Stream.
Greetings.
Sorry, continue.
Yeah, I just used to be a fan of like all Ricky Gervais things because of Portal 2 fandom, and which led to like, oh, this guy is a writer and so is his friend, so I'm gonna absorb all of his content now. Oh
yeah, because Stephen Merchant, then
you don't dare talk about Stephen Merchant fandom. Don't you do it? Don't you do it?
Okay. But yeah, something that a takeaway that I had from watching Ghostbusters 2016 and then Ghostbusters Afterlife back to back is that Ghostbusters 2016 is very much, hey, let's make Ghostbusters movie, but if Ghostbusters was made in the mid 2010s, and that's what it is. And like the worst thing, or like the things about that movie I liked the least were the times when it was very sort of like wink wink nudge nudge I clapped when I saw it about like the original property. Oh, what the hell? Stop
you gotta flip. Yeah, flip it. Yeah, you go. Spider pancake.
Like, if it had a little bit less of the wink wink nudge nudge stuff, I would feel like it could stand very well on its own, honestly.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, unfortunately, I saw this movie in a theater, so it's just like, it's again like You have all this wonderful stuff at your disposal, and this is what you choose to do, which, I mean, it was explained by Dear Red Letter Media that 2016 Ghostbusters was just beat for beat Ghostbusters 1. And it's like, why didn't you do more with that? That you have a star-studded cast of comedians and millions of dollars. Why didn't you just do something good?
Honestly, I was kind of surprised watching it. If you ever see me, like, if anyone ever sees me, like, suddenly pull the shield out or anything, that's because I'm moving my hands and emoting with my hands. And it's activating the shield bash. But what was I talking about? Oh, yeah, so, something I was actually kind of surprised about, because, watching, like, Ghostbusters and then Ghostbusters 2 got me, like, into, like, I got, like, real Ghostbusters fever as a result. So that's part of the reason I ended up actually getting Afterlife to watch it. But then I was also like playing the video game at the same time on occasion, because the video game's really good. And I was actually kind of surprised how much like the video game's plot the 2016 movie is. Whereas like the video game. Also, hi Audrey, welcome to the Shark Stream.
Hello.
We got a key. It's a small key. It's not very big. But, you know, like, it's mandala nodes in the video game, and it's ley lines in the 2016 movie. But yeah, the 2016 movie, like I said, it's very, what if we made Ghostbusters, but it's made in the mid-2010s, and, like, that's kind of, like, how that movie feels. And I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing or anything like that. And then, like, I went and I watched Ghostbusters Afterlife, and Ghostbusters Afterlife is very much, hey, let's make a movie about Ghostbusters nostalgia.
Yeah.
Let's make a movie that is very nostalgic for Ghostbusters. And, again, I actually kind of liked it. Like, but it's just like, you know, I'm watching it, and it's just like, I think if there's any, like, new blood that you should pull in for like a Ghostbusters movie like that, Paul Rudd is a really good choice.
Oh yeah.
But like I'm watching it and I'm just like, okay, the main villain is Gozer again. We've got a character saying there is no name, only Zool again. It's just like, okay, this is a movie about how much everybody likes the original Ghostbusters. And I mean, like, I like the original Ghostbusters. I like Ghostbusters 2. I think they're both good movies. But it's just like, I kind of like, yeah.
It's like, are they good enough to make an entire film that references it? And that's the whole film's backbone, is referencing the singular movie. I
mean, Afterlife has a bit more, like, I'm kind of underselling Afterlife, admittedly. It has a bit more going for it than that.
Oh, wait, shit. I am completely thinking that you were talking about 2016 Ghostbusters, not Afterlife.
No, I'm talking about Afterlife.
Okay, I'm thinking incorrectly.
Yeah, no, Afterlife is the one that's about Ghostbusters nostalgia.
Shit, because I was thinking the same about the 2016 Ghostbusters, because kind of, yeah, they were like, you love this movie, right? We're gonna make a movie about your franchise love.
Yeah, that's very much Afterlife. Ghostbusters, the most that, like, Ghostbusters 2016 has with regards to just, like, being about Ghostbusters nostalgia is like, like I said, like, the wink wink nudge nudge stuff. Like, what's a good example? Like, oh, they meet a graffiti artist in the subway, and he oh, I thought I could cut through that. I couldn't. He draws, like, yeah, I saw a ghost. Here, I'll draw you a picture of it. And he draws the Ghostbusters logo. And it's just like, yeah, all right.
It's so silly.
Slimer shows up for no reason. Like, it's that sort of thing. Like, those are the things that I feel like holds that movie back, honestly. Like,
Oh, yeah.
that movie, like, if that movie didn't have that stuff in it, I feel like it could stand on its own pretty well, honestly.
Oh, sure.
And then Afterlife is just like... Oh, hold on. Fuck. No, God. Fucking stairs.
Jesus.
So Afterlife... So, like, because... What am I trying to say? In Ghostbusters 2016, it's just like, oh, hey, here's the actors from the original Ghostbusters movies. They're in entirely new roles, and they have entirely new characters. Like, oh, haha, like, Bill Murray's playing, like, a ghost skeptic. Dan Aykroyd is playing a cabbie who knows a suspicious amount about ghosts. Sigourney Weaver's a scientist, that sort of thing.
Well, Dan Aykroyd is just like that in real life.
That's just Dan Aykroyd in real life, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I have no doubt that the ghost blowjob in the first movie is just a fetish he has.
Oh! Yeah.
He co-wrote that movie. Someone had to put that scene in there.
It's all his idea.
It was all your work.
It was actually Bill Murray off camera.
Oh. Yeah, the blows job.
The glow job.
Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Okay, hold on. I always forget how I'm supposed to do the balance thing, and it's that I need to turn the Joy-Con upright.
Yeah. Okay, so you bring up the movie being a movie about franchise nostalgia, which is like, well, they could have done that for Chippendale in, like, a good way.
Yeah, but they did it in a bad way.
If the franchise in question was Roger Rabbit, and it was a movie about nostalgia for that, but instead it was just reference paradise.
Yeah, I wouldn't, like... Chippendale. I would have just preferred a movie about, like, a Chippendale's Rescue Ranger movie.
You know what I was actually thinking while I was sitting there watching Chippendale was, I was thinking, man, you know, Happy Time Murders did this a lot better, legitimately. Like, I'm not even kidding here.
I believe you.
And I'm one of the 5 people who like that movie. And because the formula that they use partially
hold on.
was Toon goes missing, gets murdered, / so main characters now need to solve the mystery. Mystery is also has deep stakes.
I thought you were about to say deep state. I'm just like, what the fuck happens in Happy Time Murders?
No. Okay, like, I remember in Chippendale, they briefly mention, one of the police briefly mentions, like, 6 Toons have gone missing. And it's like, okay, who are they? Who are we, like, worried about that has gone missing? Who is important enough to go missing? And that was the end of the dialogue. They didn't, like, bother to explain, yeah, this big name cartoon got kidnapped, this one, and this one. And then Chippendale would have been like, oh shit, we gotta go get him back. Without saying the shit word.
First try.
Hell yeah. And I was just like, you know, fucking Happy Time Murders actually did this more correct. When Happy Time Murders is also, like, a reference to the idea of Roger Rabbit. So it's like, you had, like, all the pieces here for a good Roger Rabbit type movie, and you blew it.
This is now a Happy Time Murders Stan podcast.
If I'm the only member. Have you watched the movie? I'm not saying watch the movie, but have you?
I haven't seen it, no.
Okay, don't watch it.
Okay.
It's only entertainment for people like me.
Understood.
who laugh at puppet sex jokes.
I understand.
Uh, um, God. First time chat from viewer. Hello, drunk optical illusion. How are you?
Hold on, I'm gonna try the. I'm gonna try that username in just a moment once I get out of this tunnel. Okay. Hello. Domar Niasarf. Domar Niasarf? Is it like? Is it more than one word, or is it like all sort of like Domar Niasarf? Hello, I am a drunk optical illusion. Welcome
to the shark stream.
Oh, good 8 out of 10. Cool, cool. That seems like a bad thing to have when using tilt control.
Kind of. It's easier to control than you think. The beetle.
The beetle.
The beetle.
Well, Audrey would know. They already streamed this game. They streamed it when it came out.
Hell yeah. Yeah, when this came out, I just kind of like marathoned it. I was just like, yes! My other favorite Zelda!
What the fuck am I doing right now? Actually, hold on. I'm gonna go back to that. I saw this piece of heart over here, and I kind of wanted it, but I don't know how to get to it.
I think you have to come back later.
Oh, maybe. All right.
Like after this temple.
Oh, I don't like that.
Yeah, yeah.
I should be able to get everything in one go.
Let's see. Do you have the boss key already?
No, but I think there's a treasure chest in the... Yeah, you better fucking run.
Yeah, I think there's a chest in here.
There's a chest to my left that I have to swing to, yeah.
Guys, you gotta swing. You gotta do it. I can tilt control everything in this game, but that goddamn bug net. I agree. There was something they did weird with the bug net in this iteration. When, I mean, of course, with the original Skyward Sword, it's just like, it is just tilt control plus. I can use the bug net how it's supposed to be used.
Yeah.
But I also guess that's why the bug net has an upgrade where it makes the net part bigger. Because there is that one bug catching based mini game. God. Fucking nightmares. The repetition I had to endure to do that over and over until I finally finished it.
Whoa. Okay. What on earth?
Those shit beetles clowned on me that entire streaming experience, which was great for everyone but me.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was really funny. Okay, can I...
Oh god,
right.
What was I fucking talking about?
Happy Time Murders.
Happy Time Murders. It's... Yeah, again, it's like a SNL movie involved with, like, the fucking son of Jim Henson, and that's why I was, like, expecting it to be kind of good.
But then...
But I think at some point they lost funding and had to get alternate funding. And that's probably why the movie turned out just like Penis Fart Joke the movie, but with Muppets and Muppet sex.
As one does.
Fuck! No!
I'm okay. I didn't even lose any hearts on that, apparently.
Oh, that's bizarre.
That's kind of hilarious.
You gotta swing it just right. Gotta get it just right.
Maybe I need to, like, lower myself here.
Yeah, think Wind Waker. But not too much, because Wind Waker is a better game. Yay!
I think that's probably the boss key chest, if I had to guess.
To be fair,
one
Muppet...
ornate-looking motherfucker.
Oh, yes. To be fair, Muppet Fart and Sex, there is definitely a market for that. There is. And unfortunately, Brian Henson did not tap that market well enough with that in the film.
I'm sure someone in that film tapped that market, though. Speaking of tapping a market, did you, when you were watching Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, did you also get to the scene with Chip's mom and think, oh no?
Chip's mom.
In one of the last scenes, he has a flashback to the day at school that he met Dale, and he's in a car with his mom.
I completely forgot that there was a flashback part.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and I was like, uh-oh, MILF porn.
I have seen exactly one piece of fan art of Chip's mom so far.
Seen it.
Huh?
I was expecting more gadget stuff, honestly, to come out of this movie. But unexpectedly, Gage, I haven't seen any yet.
I think that might be because of what they do to Gadget in that movie, to be fair. I don't know if I saw any sort... I don't know if I did see a piece of Gadget art recently, but I don't know if it was related to the movie coming out or not.
I just don't think that I know any people who are into Gadget. But I think I do know people who would be into Ugly Sonic, because apparently there are now fans of Ugly Sonic. And I don't know if I'm gonna be I don't know if I'm gonna be exposed to fan art of this. I'm so scared. It's like I knew as soon as they make him like schlubby and sleazy, someone's gonna do that.
But yes, Domar, in Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, they utilize the original Sonic design from the first movie, the one that everyone hated and that got dropped and redone. And he is a major character in that movie.
Unfortunately, he's a major character.
Wait.
Not just a throwaway gag. Wait, everyone.
It's him.
It's the fruit.
Look who it is.
Unfortunately, Ugly Sonic was in the Rescue Rangers Chip and Dale film that just came out.
Yeah. Okay, I gotta read some dialogue. 1 second. I thought that tornado I stirred up would have tossed and torn you apart, yet here you are, not in pieces.
Audrey, that's my boy, that's my dude.
Girahim, not Ugly Sonic. Not that your life or death has any consequence. It's just the girl that matters now, and I can sense her here, just beyond this door. Yes, we plucked Her Majesty from her perch in the clouds, and now she's ours. Oh, but listen to me. I'm being positively uncivil. Allow me to introduce myself. I am the Demon Lord who presides over this land you look down upon, this world you call the surface. You may call me Girahim!
Girahim.
Because that text is bigger than the rest of it. He's shouting his name. In truth, I very much prefer to be indulged with my full title, Lord Girahim! But I'm not fussy.
He says it through a microphone. Actually, the way his collar kind of looks like a microphone. So that could be happening.
Did you really just draw your sword? Foolish boy. Microphone, cone of shame, it has many uses. By all rights, the girl should have fallen into our hands already. She was nearly ours when that loathsome servant of the goddess snatched her away. Do you have any idea how that made me feel inside? Furious! Outraged! Sick with anger! This turn of events has left me with a strong appetite for bloodshed. Yummy. Feeling like a disco yeti the way he's messing with the lights. Still, it hardly seems fair, being in my position, to take all of my anger out on you. Which is why Huh?
He's just smelling Link.
Just like, this taste is the taste of a liar, Giorno Giovanna.
No!
Which is why I promise up front not to murder you. Gee, thanks? No, I'll just beat you within an inch of your life. God damn it, I spat all over my Sim
Sorry,
cheek. Oh
no! Sorry. I love Girahim. He's so expressive. So just like that bitch. Also, I have so much trouble doing this fight. I wish you luck.
Whoop. Okay. Nope. Alright, let's... Damn it.
Damarnia Sarf. There's 2 Sonic movies. Well, more than 2, but most recently there was the... What was it? 2019? 2020?
The most recent one came out this year.
The one from this year, but was the first one in 2020?
Yes.
Right.
Because for a lot of people, that was the last movie they saw before the pandemic hit.
Hiya!
I cannot tell what these...
Oh, it was Damarnia Surf. It was because the people who did CGI for Sonic the Hedgehog was 2006, and Shadow the Hedgehog, and another game. They basically just came back to do a Sonic movie.
Fucking flash step, motherfucker. An after image.
I generally don't know how I'd pitch Sonic 2 to someone who doesn't know what the fuck a Sonic is. What the fuck is a Sonic? It's probably how that meeting went.
What's that from? I recognize that. That's from something.
Oh, it's from this stupid old fucking JonTron skit.
Oh, that's right. It was JonTron,
Yeah.
wasn't it? Ugh.
It was. Back before it turned out he stopped being funny. Damarnia Surf. So there was an iteration of the first Sonic movie in which he was supposed to look a lot more real human proportioned and detailed. And there's a trailer that still features that footage.
Set to Gangster's Paradise.
Set to Coolio's Gangster's Paradise. And the takeaway from that everyone had was, dear God, they're doing this. And secondly, meow? Like, how do you explain Sonic the Hedgehog to your parents? Designer gaze. Hello. The Damarnia Surf. Yes. Yes, really. I would implore you to look for the teaser. Yes! Unfortunately, we're talking about Ugly Sonic, Designer Gaze.
Hello.
It's in Persona 5?! Yeah,
oh.
The song Gangster's Paradise. Sorry, I'm just like taking over reading chat for you.
It's okay, I'm too busy beating Girahim's ass.
Yeah, exactly, like, this fight took me a long fucking time.
Hold
The
on.
very first time.
Ow.
Audrey says, technically it's in Persona 5 Strikers, but Ryuji says when Morgana won't shut the fuck up in a no pets allowed environment. That's so fucking funny. What?
What?
Skeptical Moose. Oh, are we talking about Morgana microaggressions? Hello, guys. Here's Discamera.
Oh, fuck! I'm in trouble.
Gage, at least you're in the second portion of this fight. There was like a while where I couldn't get out of first phase. Mogo, no, please. Ryuji Sakamoto knows who Sonic is. They both like to go together.
I just hit my mic.
No!
Ah, fuck.
Discover. Wait, is this an Anti-Morgana Pro Ryuji stream? I don't know, is it? Designer Gaze. Anyway, has anyone seen that Chip and Dale movie? Designer Gaze, we have been talking about that for the past, like, 35-40 minutes.
I would kind of like to move on from the Chip and Dale movie. We as a society have progressed past the need for a Chip and Dale movie. I won the fight!
Yay! You did it!
I've also had 3 streams now where I've talked about the Chip and Dale movie. I think I'm done with the Chip and Dale movie, admittedly.
Oh, God.
No, it's okay. Well, you put up more of a fight than I would have thought possible out of such a soft boy. He called me a soft boy. Also, hi everyone in chat.
Yeah, everybody just rolled in at once.
Hi Lucas, hi Gray, hi Designer Gaze. How are you all?
I've thought about the idea of a timeline where Disney never existed. Oh, if only.
I feel like that would simultaneously be better and worse.
It would have probably been better for the animation industry as a whole in unionizing.
Probably.
And workers' rights type things.
POV, Girahim calls you a soy boy and acts high and mighty on Twitter.
Oh my god.
Also, Lucas, I think the only major character in Persona that I am anti that is not a villain is probably, at this point, Mishima.
Who's the first boss? The volleyball guy?
Oh god. Starts with a K.
Yeah. I just
Komaeda.
remember the beginning. I just remember... No! No!
Kamoshida. I just got it.
Kamoshida. Yeah, I just remember the beginning part of that game the most.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's gross.
Yeah, I need to turn on a fan. I'm getting, like, uncomfortably warm right now. 1 second. 1 second.
Everybody has something to say about Kamoshida. Damarius Surf. Okay, got through half of the trailers, so Sonic does not look that bad. Robotnik is hot.
Well,
wow.
Okay, I mean, that's a fair takeaway. But you also need to understand that, like, okay, so one thing that we should mention about Ugly Sonic in the Chip and Dale movie, because, God, I gotta... Okay, last thing I will say about the Chip and Dale movie is about Ugly Sonic in the Chip and Dale movie. They did make him worse. They made him schlubbier.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't look like that in the actual... I'm also going to... We're going to head back to the chat space here real quick so that I can eat stir-fry.
Yay.
Because this has been sitting here this whole fight, and I don't want it to get cold.
G-Man Blue, who is down bad for Robotnik? What?
So many people! That's
G-Man
not
Blue?
a weird position to have, actually.
I have some news for you, G-Man Blue. I have some grave news.
Like, even before he was played by Jim Carrey.
Yeah. Which is like, I knew that kind of thing always existed. I just didn't really look into it.
Mm-hmm.
Looking for the people who had self-shipping going on with Dr. Robotnik. Because, like, I have spent quite a fair amount of time in the Sonic fandom and making OCs and doing OC things. I think I vaguely remember somebody a long time ago who was, like, pairing their OC up with Robotnik. I could not, like, tell you what their username was, but I wonder how that kind of thing is going these days. Okay.
Okay. Actual last thing I will say about the Chip and Dale movie is based on something Designer Gaze has just said. There is a scene in that movie where 3 distinct Seth Rogen voiced characters laugh at another Seth Rogen voiced character, and it's actually kind of a funny moment, and I actually kind of like it.
Oh my god, that's right. That was so. That was. I could say that was so super bizarre, but it was just kind of like mildly funny to me.
Hmm. Which
I
which
did
is
think that
already a pretty high bar for that movie, admittedly.
yeah, yeah, they did nail that uncanny valley CGI pretty well.
Oh
I was
yeah,
like,
the
how did they
Polar
do that on
Express
purpose?
eyes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was like, how did they on purpose do this?
uh,
So, by the way, which Sonic is real? Big Eye or Small Eye? The Big Eye Sonic is the real one.
is the one that they went for with the movies, yeah.
Yes, the complete makeover, we'll say.
The one with the disturbingly human teeth is the fake one.
Yeah. Okay.
I say
Opinion
fake, but
time.
for a while.
Opinion time. Gage, do you think it was a PR stunt to come out with the realistic weird Sonic and then switch over to the current style? Do you
No.
think that this was a PR stunt?
No, I don't.
Okay. Unfortunately, I think it was like a PR stunt.
So,
And the reason for that is
mhm.
I think it's just too convenient and in the amount of time that things like changed. But also, it's just like a genius move to like take the way that Sonic fans react to things and use that as like uh to get people talking about your movie.
See, the only
And
reason... Oh, sorry.
yeah.
You finish first.
Yeah, and that's just what I think. And it doesn't really matter. I just think it's fun to talk about.
Yeah, no, for sure. The only reason I don't think it was a PR stunt is because... there's a couple of reasons, actually. One, there was now never to be released merch of the ugly Sonic design that was already made. We have all sorts of design documents and like pitch documents using the original design. The fact that they did need to delay it a few months rather than having something that they could release like a little bit sooner. Also, the fact that the visual effects studio was then closed down immediately after doing all that. Like, it doesn't...
Blur.
What?
Not Blur Studios.
Not Blur Studios, but like the one... There was a studio that worked on both the original Sonic, the first Sonic movie, and then also, I want to say they also worked on the 2019 Lion King. And they got shuttered after the design was completed. Or the redesign was completed. Which...
Wait, after it was completed?
After it was
Holy
completed,
shit.
yeah. And like I remember seeing people being like, "Oh, if people had been happy with the original Sonic design, these people would have still had their jobs." It's just like, well, here's the thing: it's not just Sonic fans that were upset about it; it was also Sega executives that were upset about it, which is another reason I don't think it was a PR stunt personally. Because it was just like, no, like, Sega executives had to, like, go to the studio and be like, hey, what the fuck are you doing? You are literally damaging the brand.
I also think it's weird in the first place to have even gone in that direction visually when it's like, but you literally brought back, like, Tim Miller and all these guys who have worked on multiple games in the past doing the CGI cutscenes.
Oh, yeah.
Why change it? Like, they know what they're doing. Trust them and trust the audience.
For sure. And I mean, like, that's just kind of another thing. It's just like, how many examples do we have just in show business of like market research groups and higher ups being like, no, for the movie to be good and successful, it needs to be like this. Like, I'm talking the sort of shit that gave us, like, the theatrical cut of, like, I Am Legend versus, like, the unreleased cut that, like, has a vastly better ending. So, it's not... I would say that like it is believable in my mind that like you've got out of touch Hollywood executives making these decisions. You know, the same people that would also make the first Sonic movie yet another funny CG animal road trip film. Spiritual successor to everyone's favorite fucking movie, Hop.
Because it's had the same lead guy.
Yep.
Oh my fucking god.
100% an out-of-touch executive move, personally.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a miracle it was allowed to be changed at all. Like, honest to god.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, I'm reading chat. Let's see.
The
There's no
power
way they
of
had
bullying.
website. I don't think it was a PR stunt either. The audience is ungrateful and don't know what they want. Fight them for Belle. The original design they had is more in tune with the same Hollywood that brought us Resident Evil Alice, so I thought it was believable they really were told to redesign.
And like even after the redesign, it's kind of a miracle that like Sonic the Hedgehog 1 ended up being as enjoyable as it was.
It's a good movie.
It's pretty good.
It's just like, I'm so glad it's just a nice, cute little video game based movie, and I don't feel like I'm trudging along watching it. It's also like, I'm sure this was like made for kids as well. So I'm just like, oh, thank God, kids get like a good Sonic CGI movie, because not every kid out there is going to be able to watch, you know, like the older animated movie.
Well, only if they don't know where to look.
Yeah, right.
God, I love the OVA.
Yeah. Because the animation on that is super good.
It's super good.
So super good.
It's so super good. Alright, we were talking to Girahim.
Yeah.
Alright. Okay, so I already read the line where he calls me a soft boy. But don't clap for yourself quite yet. That sword of yours is the only reason you still live. Well, I mean, the shield helped too until you fucking broke it, asshole. I fear I spent far too long teasing and toying with you. The girl's presence has all but faded from this place, which means there's no reason to linger here. I'm gonna burp. Excuse me. Girahim said that. I skipped past the dialogue too quickly. You didn't see him say it, but he said it. Goodbye, Sky Child. Run and play this time. Get in my way again, though, and you're dead.
I move away from the mic to burp.
It's him, the evil invert goth twink.
Oh, wait, Skeptical Moose. You bring up something interesting. It's also extremely funny to imagine we bullied a movie studio to make a change. Yes, this has happened before. And I'm pointing this out because this literally happened with the Hellboy 2019 remake.
Oh boy, do tell.
Okay, so...
Oh yeah, the Daimyo Cat. I actually
yeah.
have something relevant to bring up that I wanted to mention to you earlier, but I thought I should say this for stream. But no, you go first.
Yeah, just to briefly explain, as soon as like the news came out that What's-His-Nuts was cast as Ben Daimyo...
Ed Screen.
Yeah. Antagonist in Deadpool 1.
And a major character in Maleficent 2, Maleficent.
Oh my god.
Sorry, continue.
Okay. So the news came out, and then social media as a whole kind of like made enough noise, I guess, that I guess the actor and his marketing people were like, maybe we need to back out of this and not do this. Because Ben Daimyo in BPRD is a half Japanese, half American character. And he is a were-jaguar. He is cursed by a jaguar spirit.
Yep.
And he's also undead, and half of his face is ripped off. But, so enough noise was produced, and Ed Skrein backed out of the role, and in they brought Daniel Day Kim, who I'm sure they hired because A, he's a good actor, and B, he was available.
They did tragically make him British.
Unfortunately, he's British. So, enough noise was made about the character casting, and the studio ended up with a different actor. It's like, this can happen. It is amazing. You just need to, like, make enough noise.
Exactly. Master, I have a message written in the language of the gods of old. Allow me to translate for you. Oh, she must dance. From the edge of time I guide you, the one chosen to carry out the goddess's mission.
Yeah, she's a ballerina.
The spirit maiden who descended from the clouds must travel to 2 sacred places to purify her body.
Purify.
You stand in one of these places, Skyview Spring. The other is known as the Earth Spring. Phi is so fucking shaped. This second spring is hidden away deep within the scorched earth of Eldin. The Spirit Maiden, ever mindful of the heavy task entrusted to her, has set out for the second sacred place.
Communicate through interpretive dance.
So I forget what the reason I was doing it for. Squirt Sorts mod where Phi does Fortnite dances.
No!
Alright. But no, what I for some reason earlier I was trying to look up like the enamel pin that they made of Ben Daimyo's Were-Jaguar form from the 2019 movie. 2018? 2019? 2019, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's not the huge blood red like monstrous jaguar from the comics. It's a pretty good looking jaguar, man. I'll give him that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it did its job.
And
I chose to rip and tear.
So hold on. So I searched, okay, Hellboy, Ben Daimyo, and then before I could put in the rest of it, one of like the top 3 search results was Hellboy, Ben Daimyo, X Reader.
Oh, I see.
I was just
I think I know who writes those.
And it's just like, wow, okay, like, that's one of the top searches for this character, eh? All right, fair.
Oh, yeah.
Fair. You, what am I trying to say?
Ben Daimyo is a heartthrob.
It's true. You got the ruby tablet.
Hellboy in the comics is shaped like the Moai emoji. Yes.
That's true. That's true.
Big lantern jaw.
Is that Hot Jaguar thing I looked up during the Hellboy stream? Yes.
Yes.
Never mind. It was fan art. Yeah, but it's still. I got the ruby tablet. The weathered surface of this heavy stone tablet feels very old.
Bite into it. It's a candy bar.
Chomp. What's it taste like?
Sand.
Nice. Yo, I got a whole fucking thing of Nutter Butters the other day.
Bruh. Did they have a Final Fantasy XIV promo in them?
No, I just wanted them. No, the Final Fantasy XIV promo was Butterfingers.
What? I know. That's why I was asking. Maybe they also had one.
No, there hasn't been any new candy or sweets-based promos recently. Hellboy introduced me to Monster Boys via Abe. Abe's a pretty good Monster Boy.
Abe is a very good entry-level Monster Boy.
Mm-hmm. Would you say that later Abe is still considered entry-level?
Okay, I say entry-level because most people see the Del Toro movie and they're like, oh, quirky. I almost said
quirked up blue boy.
Holy shit. Oh my god. most people get exposed to Abe Sapien through that interpretation of the character. But in the comics, you get a little more advanced monster fucking because Abe is just like such a hard badass in the comics, and and then he evolves. And this
like
isn't
a Pokemon.
spoilers. Yeah, this isn't spoilers because like they have this evolved Abe thing go on for like several years leading up to the end of the comics.
Yeah.
So medium advanced monster fucking is like normal Abe in the comics, and then advanced monster fucking is when you're into the 11-foot tall evolved Abe.
Hell yeah. I still haven't reached that part. It's been so long since I've like continued my Hellboy read through. Like,
oh, where did you leave off?
Oh god, I think I was reading some of like the what's the ones that like take place during like specific years, like when he's a kid?
When he's a kid.
Because like I was reading through the BPRD comics, and I think the last BPRD omnibus I read, I think, was 3, and then like I was taking a break to read through like the Hellboy / BPRD early years comics. I think the last major thing that happened in BPRD was that Daimyo went all Were-Jaguar and fucking murdered a bunch of people and ran.
That's a good part.
What are your thoughts on Hellboy's appearance in Injustice? We were actually talking about this before the stream.
His appearance in Injustice is fantastic. I cannot believe they like did that interpretation so perfectly with CGI. And he's so fucking hot.
Okay, I gotta read the dialogue. We have to continue the video game. 1 second. Master, as I just translated, it would appear that Zelda purified herself in the waters of this spring. I calculate a 97% chance that she has already set out for Eldin, where another great spring exists. However, it is not clear what method of travel Zelda used to move from here to her next destination. I hope everybody is enjoying my interpretation of Phi as just like a femme Baymax. My analysis suggests that you should take the tablet to the altar in Skyloft. Doing so will likely open a new column of light on the surface, allowing you to descend to another area and continue your search for Zelda. Let's return to the sky once more before continuing our search. The bird statue outside can take us back up.
What if Phi sounded like a fax machine?
What if I sounded like a dial-up modem?
Discamera. Oh, the worst area is coming.
Hey, it's me, Quee. Did you find the girl?
The worst area.
Oh, that's too bad. But it sounds like you at least know where you need to search next to find her, Quee. That's something, right?
I love the Kikwis.
Lucas, when are we getting a buff Kikwi?
Yeah. Yeah, when are we getting a buff Kikwi?
I know it's Pokemon right now, for at least a few more days.
Phi is the prototype to the Samsung lady.
Oh, boy.
Good lord.
I'm so glad I've finally been reunited with all my Kikwi friends. It's all thanks to you, Kweep. With any luck, hopefully you'll find that girl you've been searching for real soon, Koroku. Take care, okay?
Okay, bye, Bulbasaur.
It just seems like if you, like, hit those guys, it would be like that episode of SpongeBob where he was afraid of finding...
Oh, what's... Yeah, the flounder.
I forget his name.
I also forget his
You're
name.
gonna kick my butt.
Sorry, there is no Kikwi month.
Damn it. Why not?
Kikwibuary.
Yes.
Junqui.
I think if I saw Mega Buff Groose, I would laugh.
I think Groose is a bit too human for Chimera's style.
It's
Or,
just such a
Lucas's style.
silly. It's just a silly thing to think about.
You'll get your bird when I draw a Braviary, dang it.
Oh yeah, you could like make an anthro buff Loftwing.
Ooh.
I always feel weird when I say anthro, because it's like, oh god, am I like one of the few people actually saying that?
The sky.
The sky.
Oh, I should see if the pumpkin place has any new work for me.
Actually, not a bad idea, the Loftwing.
The lumpy
Yeah.
pumpy.
The dumpy dump.
Yeah.
I refuse to say the proper name for the comedic effect. The pumpity dump.
Yeah, that place.
The plumpo pom.
There it is.
Wow, the dumpy dum.
Huh! Cracks my knuckles.
They don't call me Fuckles.
Oh, what's wrong? I'm still thinking about what I need you to work on next. Why? Because you still need to pay off that fancy chandelier. Are you gonna add to our profits and buy some pumpkin soup?
No.
Actually, I don't think I have any free bottles right now.
I see. Well, I guess I'll just have to work off the cost of that chandelier. Give me some time and come back and see me. Got that?
Okay.
I forget what the next part of this mini quest is.
Maybe I
What?
have to do it later.
It's not important right now.
Probably once I put in, like, the next piece of the fucking thingamajig.
Oh yeah, the Lizalfos in this game. Yeah, those ones are pretty good.
Have I seen Elvis Alphas yet? I don't think I have.
No, you're not.
No.
You will get to see them if you get to the Elden Temple.
Okay.
Which- My next question would have been, okay, Lizalfos hotness ranking, but I can't ask that yet until you see them. Oh, and does Chimera's also just ask the same question. But, let's see. There's Lizalfos and Donalfos in Ocarina of Time and Majora. And I'm gonna say the Donalfos are hotter than the Lizalfos in Ocarina and Majora.
Okay, I gotta buy a new shield.
Oh, yes, you do. You can buy a brand new type of shield.
Oh, yes, I can.
Oh, absolutely.
Aha! That there's a very sturdy iron shield. It's much more durable. I always forget what I give, like, some of, like, the more minor characters for voices.
I am pretty sure that might have been the same voice that you gave Mr. Rupin here.
It's
It's
much
like-
more durable than a wooden shield. I'm happy to report that it won't burst into flames. Oh, well, that's a plus.
Yeah.
I suppose I should warn you that it won't protect you from electricity, which could come as a nasty shock. It's yours for just 100 rupees. Care to buy it, friend? Okay. I got an iron shield. This sturdy metal shield is unaffected by fire.
But watch out for electrical attacks.
Getcha.
I'll get you.
Aha! The customer is always right. I've taken the
Also,
liberty of
it's,
placing your purchase into your pouch. Press auto open and then equip what you need. Okay, bye.
Let's see. Also, it's frustrating that in the official artwork, the Lizalfos from Ocarina are huge, and in the game, they are not. This is
Tragic.
true.
Hey, welcome to the scrap shop. I could use the stuff you find to upgrade your gear and make it even stronger. If your shield takes a beating, no worries. I can fix that too. So what it'll be?
Let's see if I can upgrade this shield now. No.
You ain't got shit.
Can I upgrade anything right now? That's the same thing I just clicked on. Nope. Nope. Damn. Well,
Hold on now, you changed your mind? Well, all the... Oh. That's fine. Come see me whenever you change it back, little buddy.
Okay. Thank you, friend.
Or hello, Brooks.
Oh, I do have an empty bottle. I could have gotten pumpkin soup.
Oh, you silly Billy.
I am just the silliest Billy. Anyway.
Silliest Billiest.
Oh, it's a seed satchel. Okay.
You keep seeds in there.
I put seeds in there. Okay. So to make sure that we do get him on this stream at least once.
Oh, yes. 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 It's him. It's time. Get ready, everyone. The star of the show. We're gonna see him. It's Colin.
I gotta find out which fucking Colin, Stretch, Fledge, Beef Stack.
Yay!
The Groose is depressed.
The Groose is not loose.
He is decidedly not loose.
The Groose is, in fact,
Oh,
tightly shut away.
Zelda, where are you? Hey, Hotshot, don't think I don't see you flying in and out of town all the time. I know what you're up to. You're trying to make sure you find Zelda first, but it ain't gonna happen.
It's not a fucking contest, my guy. The Groose is Maroose. Who names their kid fucking Beefstick? I did. I did that.
Bye.
Oh, this is the worst.
Okay.
Yay, Groose. We saw him.
Have you tried not being sad? Anyway.
Blame it on the Groose. Blame it on the...
Not my fault that I'm out here. I blame it on the Groose. Blame it on the Groose.
Oh, I was thinking of the T-Pain song.
I was thinking of the Lizzo song.
Well,
Who's meowing?
who is meowing?
It's Raggy.
Raggy, what's up? Are you
Speaking
feeling
of-
cooped up in here because the door's closed?
My cat has not shown her face again. She's just like, you're talking, I don't want to be near you.
Lucas in chat, if this was a contest, he wouldn't be doing a good job himself anyway. This is true. I need to go up to the altar. What am I doing? Fuck. Oh, God. Yes?
You gotta go all the way up there.
Raggy, get down off that TV.
No. Let him live.
He is balance beaming on that TV. If you want to say hi to chat, you have to come closer here so that everyone can hear you properly.
Exactly. Let's hear it for the boy. Into the hole.
What'd you knock over? Did you knock stuff over? You knocking stuff over? This is the worst jigsaw puzzle ever.
Yeah. I can't eat these pieces. They're too big. Wow.
Wow. Master, I have confirmed the location of a second opening in the cloud barrier. It is located in the skies to the northeast. This opening will allow you to access a new area on the surface. I suggest you fly there as soon as you complete necessary preparations. But can you eat the blue candy on top of them?
Sadly, no.
We can try.
It probably won't taste very good, but we can try.
We'll never know unless we give it a shot.
Speaking of Nintendo candy, I just always think about those little Mario gummy characters
Right.
that came in like a Game Boy Advance plastic container, and they were not good. They tasted like plastic, but I loved them.
Kukiel, where could that child have gone? God, her eyes. Oh, Kukiel, where did you go? What will I do if she's been kidnapped? This lady is a little bit closer to full ukufication than most of the people in Skyloft.
Ukufication?
Yeah.
Oh god, you shush.
As you know, everyone in Skyloft evolves into ukus over time. And that's why we have ukus in Twilight Princess. It's truth. That's game theory.
Unconfirmed game theorist.
Oh, Beefsteak. What perfect timing. You haven't seen my Kukiel, have you? Cookie who?
Your what?
My daughter. She's a little 5-year-old girl.
Oh, it's a person.
Please, Beefsteak, won't you help me look for her? I've been looking everywhere, but I can't find her. I've asked everyone I could find for help, and a few people have said she's been spotted with some unknown person with a scary face. Someone else even said that they thought they'd seen her carried off by a monster. A monster! She must have been kidnapped. She's so cute and friendly. Someone must have just walked off with her. Find Kukiel, please. It breaks my heart to think she's somewhere out there crying. Please, Beefsteak? You got it! Thank you. The Night Academy should be proud to have a student like you. Please find my daughter quickly. I don't know where to start looking.
Anywhere. Goodbye, Discamera.
Oh, fuck.
You did that completely on purpose.
I did not.
You fool.
Watch your step there. Haven't they taught you at the academy that knights must always be vigilant? Sharpen up, or you'll never make it to knighthood. I'm literally already a knight.
These guys didn't have names in original for some reason.
Well, they're named now, and I completely missed what his was.
It was Hawk, like with a U.
Ah. Hawk.
Hawk. That's how you say it.
Oh god. I'm alright.
Yeah.
I have no idea where to look for this child.
Could be anywhere.
Could be anywhere. Who in this town has a scary face?
Maybe somebody just kicked the kid off the edge.
You have a scary face, was it you?
Hi, Beefsteak. What? You at the Beatles air shop without me? That's so unfair. Kukiel? Well, I did see her playing over by the graveyard yesterday. My mom called me home, so I left. I don't know what she did after that. Why? Has something happened?
Playing by the graveyard.
Every kid's favorite activity.
Yeah. Kids love dead people.
Kids love the devil.
We're named it after a devil.
Devil's pet. Go to the devil's pet in the cave of tears. Did you hear? A child who'd been playing in the graveyard went missing. Can you believe it? Do you really think there are monsters abducting children in our little town? I do! No, I don't know.
I
Nothing
do
phases
believe it.
you, does it? A child just vanished from our little village. I didn't mean to say...
Link just enthusiastically like, yes, I do believe that people are cruel and evil.
Do I get more information I say I do? What? So there's a chance she was dragged off by a monster? Let's not be ridiculous here. This monster business is going a bit far. Oh. Now that you mention it, there's an old man who lives near here who's always ranting about hidden monsters here in Skyloft. Everyone knows he's a little loony, though, so no one takes him seriously. You want to know where the old man is? I'd imagine he's at the Lumpy Pumpy, to the east of here, as usual. You'll need to fly your bird there, of course.
But...
To the Pump and Dump.
Are we going back to the Dump-a-Dump?
Yes.
The Dump and Pump? I'm not gonna say that one.
God, I almost don't want to say it now. Now that you've refused to say it. Just like, now I feel like if I say it, I'm gonna feel dirty.
It's so easy to get into dirty joke territory with this. It's like, but I just want to say funny things. Ah yes, the crump and slump. I'll crump with you, sweetie. You can do it. I believe in you.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I have no idea how to accurately actually get these.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, see?
Motherfucker!
It's like, fuck you for putting that here. How am I supposed to get this? Also, you're not allowed
it disappeared.
to, like... What?
It disappeared.
I didn't know it could fucking do that.
Blinked right out of existence.
Jesus Christ, alright then. No rupee for you.
I just want that cash money.
Eventually Link will be rolling in dough. He just crashed into the building. Oh, Link's here again.
Chandelier falls again. God damn it! We just got that back up.
It's this old fart.
Yeah, that colorful look. It says you might be taking old man's rambling seriously. So tell me, do you believe in the Skyward monster?
Oh my god.
I shouldn't even call it a monster. It's a demon, I tell you. But no one can say for sure because no one's seen it and lived to tell the tale. Well, huh? You want to know how come I'm telling the tale if nobody who's seen it is left alive? Is that it?
Yes.
Yeah, well, saw it. There was scared seat in my pants. I was saved by my cat-like reflexes, I tell you.
He's a cat boy.
He is.
He's just he's just a little cat boy.
I'm just a little meow meow, you see. You know, like meow. Any regular person who wouldn't have lived long enough to scream. Anyway, I saw the thing, I tell you. There's a great big tree in the cemetery. I walked by the tree in the middle of the night, eh? So I hit the gravestone nearest the tree. The gravestone lit up. I pushed the gravestone, and the door to the storage shed opened up all by itself. The monster then went into the shed. Then it closed the door behind itself, which is unexpectedly polite for a demon.
I remember this part of FF14 Cage. I don't know. I don't know which FF14 Catboy to reference for this character. Is Sharuntia too deep of a cut? Probably.
I agree. I don't know anything about this game, but I agree.
Here was the most terrifying thing these old eyes have ever seen. If you're smart, you'll stay clear of the cemetery in the middle of the night.
Yeah, Sharuntia is a Delph, and that's all you need to know.
Oh, this game got dilfs, huh?
Natalie has written saucy fan fictions about him.
Ooh.
I can say that because she's posted them publicly on her Twitter.
Oh, yeah. It's like, of course you're going to support your wife's fanfic.
Oh, absolutely.
If you don't, you're a chump. And
Natalie is legitimately one of the best writers I know.
Hell yeah.
Like, one of the first things that I remember her writing, like, pretty early into our relationship was a Sans X-Reader fanfic.
Ooh.
That plays into, like, meta tropes just like the game does. And it's genuinely incredible.
Ooh.
Like, it's a little sad that she never finished it, but by her own admission, the reason she never finished it is that part of the reason she wrote it was because of where she was emotionally at the time of writing it, and she's not in a bad place emotionally anymore, so she can't tap into that mindset anymore.
Right.
Which
now somebody has to take up the mantle.
Which, as far as, like, reasons to stop writing stuff goes, is a pretty good reason, actually. Like,
right.
But, like, she's written plenty else. Like, a lot of her Final Fantasy XIV work with her Warrior of Light, the ever delightful Maya Capra, is just great and fantastic. And if you want to read some of Natalie's fanfiction, I would ask her about it. Because I'm not I don't want to go ahead and just, like, give out, like, her AO3 without her without her knowing about it. Where the fuck is the graveyard anyway? Is it like a completely different island?
It's by
Oh, I see
the
it.
house.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I died.
Speaking of fanfic.
Speaking of.
I do have a Skyward Sword fanfic.
Ooh.
That's. I mean, I'm not done with it, of course.
Right.
Because it's just something that I had started when the first year that I was like into this game, and it's little fandom that we had on Tumblr.
Mm-hmm.
And like, of course, 11 years ago, I was not that good of a writer, nor good of planning on writing. So it only took until like a couple years ago for me to actually start up writing the goddamn thing.
Right, yeah.
So, it's just about like, I just want to, get it done at some point. It's just, OCX canon fanfic.
As one does.
Yeah, because like, I mean, I made a Skyward Sword OC and I'm like super proud of her. That's
Hell
like,
yeah.
of course I'm gonna like keep writing my little Skyward Sword fanfic because like I dearly love this game. Yeah, let's see.
Leaving already, beef set. Ma'am, I did not even talk to you. If you see Pipit out on patrol, make sure you wave and say hello. Sure? Ma'am, I came in here to borrow your bed to sleep.
Just wordlessly, oh, Link is here sleeping.
That's fine.
Just,
oh!
Goop. Glop.
Get out of here,
goop.
Goop.
Get the fuck.
Mysterious. Oh, I remember what happens now.
Yeah.
I know what this is about.
Introducing the collectathon mechanic of the game. Yeah, and the reason that I bring up my own fanfic is not to suddenly try to get people to read it, because A, it's unfinished, and B, it's just, like, niche. Because I don't know.
Eek. The cat. Anyway, continue.
It's just, OC canon type stuff is still niche. It's like, we no longer promote shaming people for having OCs and carrying them as canon unless you're being a fucking freak. Then we shame you, of course. But if you're just out there having fun, you're not hurting anybody.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, kill him. Which one? Which one do you strike?
Stop, please! I beg of you, don't hurt me! Oh, goodness, I know how bad this must look to you right now, but I assure you I mean no harm. We were just playing a scream as loud as you can game. Isn't that a fun game? Oh dear, perhaps an explanation is in order. My name is Batro, and I am a monster who resides here in this humble dwelling below Skyline.
I should completely butcher this name, call him just like Batrooks.
Batrux.
Bat trucks having sex. Back trucks having sex.
My muscles, involuntarily flex.
But please allow me to correct one popular misconception. While I'm certainly a monster, I wouldn't dream of terrorizing the people of this town. You see, this adorable little girl is the only one who didn't let loose a blood-curdling scream at the sight of me. Since she began to visit me here, I've felt positively jubilant. You see, my heart's only wish is to become friends with the lovely people of Skyloft. But as you can surely imagine, it has proven quite difficult to break the ice when they are struck with paralyzing fear at the mere sight of me. I assure you, nothing would fill my heart with joy more than making the Krabby Patty!
Just hit the A button.
But as soon as I try to approach any of them and extend my claw in friendship, they run and scream as though they've been seen a walking nightmare. Alright, silly me! I've gotten ahead of myself. You see, there is an old tale among my monstrous kin that goes as follows. Oh god, I'm getting tired. It seems that when humans make other humans happy, the happy humans produce a substance known as a gratitude crystal. Ew. Like, just from their pores?
Yeah,
They just sweat out a gratitude crystal? Ugh.
Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah, dude.
Gratitude crystals are quite amazing. Just looking at them and knowing there was such gratitude in the world could turn me from a monster into a human. Oh goodness, nothing would delight me more than to become a human. From the moment I laid my regrettably demonic eyes on you, I can tell you had a gentle and generous heart. You alright?
It's just your Barney Fife impression.
Barney Fife?
The other main character on the beloved Andy Griffith show.
Was he played by Don Knotts?
Yes.
Okay, because a Don Knotts voice was what I was going for. So I'm glad that I nailed it.
It was just like, Gage is going this direction for this character.
Yeah, exactly.
Would you please gather gratitude crystals and show them to me?
Sure. Imagine if I said no.
Truly, you'll help me?
I wonder what happens if you try to attack Kukui.
Huh?
Kukiel.
What's up, Raggy? You still want to go outside? Oh, hold on. I'm gonna go open the door. Just for him. Just so that he can go outside. All for little Raggy boy. Yeah.
All for Raggy. Special little Raggy.
There you go. Mostly closed.
Mostly.
Alright, I'm back.
Wow.
Wow.
I've heard that you can obtain pure gratitude crystals by helping people solve their troubles. They can also be merely lying about here.
They're lying. They're lying. They're lying to you, Link.
They're lying.
Kill them all, Link.
Kill them.
They can also be merely lying about here at Skyloft or elsewhere among the clouds. Anywhere you find people. I'm sure someone with a heart as pure and genuine as yours will be able to see them. Please, solve some troubles and gather me all the gratitude crystals you can find. Any help you can provide will be dearly appreciated. I promise your assistance will not go unrewarded.
Bouquet?
And then Kukiel is Rodney Dangerfield.
Oh god, okay, hold on. Rover Dangerfield headspace, give me a second.
Rover is the one that you know him from? Rover Dangerfield?
That's my frame of reference.
Not Caddyshack, but
I've never seen Caddyshack, or Rover Dangerfield for that matter. I don't think that I can't. You know what? I don't know that I don't think I can do a Rodney Dangerfield voice. Actually,
I was gonna say.
Do you want to give it a shot?
I know what to do.
Okay.
Hey, he's not a bad man. He saved me one time when I almost fell over the edge, and he lets me come in here and scream as loud as I want, eh? Anyway, he said it was dangerous to go out alone tonight, so I'll just hang out here for a while. Tell my mom I'll be home in the morning.
Take my mom, please.
Stupid. Comedians from over half a century ago.
Well, you know.
That haven't been fucking relevant. Ever.
I like it's that they're not relevant now, it's that they haven't been relevant ever.
I mean, not... Shit. They've been very relevant.
Goop.
Oh god.
It's not my fault that I'm out here getting goop. Alright,
You're getting goop, gotta blame it on the sloop.
and not talking to you again.
Damn, girl, you live like this?
Until I'm roaning.
Browning.
This morning. Moaning. Oh god, there was like some like new like Homestar Runner merch that's like stuff I never knew I fucking needed, and I can't remember what it is all of a sudden.
New merch.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I should probably
Why
go
are they-
find that girl's mom and tell her she's okay.
Probably. You ran right by their house, is the thing.
Well, I saw her up at the statue. Would she not still be at the statue, or?
Go left.
Oh,
That house.
this house.
Yeah. I don't know if you can find her there, but I assume that she's in here.
Oh yeah.
There's- Oh, and so is the Kukil.
Oh, Beefsteak! Cookiel is safely back at home, and it's all because of you. I don't know how to express my gratitude. I swear I'll never take my eyes off her again. I can finally smile and laugh again. Thank you ever so much.
Oh. And then this happens.
Ma'am, you've got to... Okay.
Oh, you're just, oh god, giving it to me.
Oh god, it's wet! You got 5 gratitude crystals.
Oh, it does look wet. Oh, I never thought about that.
These crystals
Ew,
are feelings
Jesus.
of gratitude in crystallized form.
It does, yeah, it does not look like a rock. It looks like globby.
Oh, it's sticky! Ugh!
Oh, there's 5 of them. Oh, okay. Where do I put this?
It must have taken a lot of gratitude to produce this bunch of 5 crystals. Helping people feels good.
Do you think he just, but trucks, do you think he just eats them?
Yes.
Have you ever, okay, so have you ever done that side quest to completion?
So, part of the reason that I actually wanted to wait to play the HD version of this game on stream is because I've never finished this game.
Oh, good. I'll help you along the way then.
The furthest that I've gotten to was, I think, when I had started up, I spat on my pop filter. Hold on. I remember when Audrey and B were streaming it, there was something that I booted up the game to check.
Mm-hmm.
And when I booted up my most recent save, I was on, like, the pirate ship in the desert.
Mm-hmm.
And that was where I had stopped.
Oh, that's a good, like, length into the game that you played.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. But yeah, I've never finished it. So I have not played that one to completion, no.
It's a very bizarre ending to this side quest. And I'm not sure why anyone would want to, like, do it all the way through. It's not like you get a fucking shield upgrade or anything, or a weapon, which it's like, I wish you did, because that would be nice. I think the most that you get out of it, though, is just wallet capabilities.
I mean, wallet capability is pretty good. I'm still really pissed that I, like, went through all the trouble of getting the biggest wallet in Twilight Princess, bought the magic armor, and then I never fucking used it.
And you were gonna use it.
I was so ready to use it, and then I fucking didn't. Like an idiot.
Have you ever seen somebody record the ending after the rupees ran out while wearing it?
No. Why? Is it hilarious?
Yes.
Oh, God.
It just makes all this fucking noise while Link is running around and running up to Midna, and it's just clank, 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 clank.
That's fucking funny.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, especially if you have, like, the iron boots on, too, right before you kill Ganon.
Amazing.
This guy.
This guy looks like the person who would collect katanas.
Oh, absolutely.
And I'm not the young buck I used to be. I eat when I get stressed and I'm worried about my darling daughter all the time. I mean, look at this belly. So that's what drives a feller here to chop some bamboo. Let me tell you, there's no better way to sweat off those pounds. Here's an idea, Beefsteak. Why don't you try slicing some bamboo? Sure! That's the spirit. Chop away, boy. Hold up a second. Get your horses holded. Get your horses holded.
How does he know what a horse is?
So you know how in Battlefield Earth,
Yeah.
people just say piece of cake and have
Yeah.
no idea what the phrase actually means or references?
Yeah.
It's one of those things. It's a vestigial phrase from the before times.
From the time of horses.
From the time of Hansi. What
I
the
wish
fuck
it
is an
was-
Epona?
What the fuck is an Epona? I wish there was concept art of this guy when he was like a young dude.
Hold up a second. Get your horses hold. There's got to be a way to spice things up in Notch 3. Yep, that's the ticket right there. You're going to take a swing at whittling down that big old bamboo right there in the middle of the room. Thing is, see, it's a contest to see how many cuts you can make before it hits the ground. If you're good enough, you'll stroll out of here with a prize. It'll cost you 10 rupees to see what you're made of. You want to give it a try? You bet.
You want to give it a I'm sorry, what was that?
You want to give it a shrish?
You want to give it a sauce?
You wow.
What? Oh my god.
Sea King,
Alfred-
Sea King, Sea King.
I cannot believe how fucking good Alfred is at imitating YouTube poop talk.
I love fucking making YouTube poop noises. It's the greatest thing in the world. Bustin' makes me feel. Alright then, get to slicing. Slicing! Ah.
What the fuck? Hold on. I'm looking at Peter's only piece of concept art in the Hyrule Historia. There's text here that I never bothered to read. Here it is. He is the kind of father that would do anything for his daughter. He was an excellent student at the Knight Academy who had strength, heart, and a fine physique. After the Knight Academy, he decided, I will make my way as a pop idol. But that was 17 years ago.
Oh.
Since retiring as an idol, he has gained considerable weight. In order to lose weight, he picked up his old sword and started swinging again. What?
Ah, shit.
Yeah. Don't spill it. Don't spill any.
Okay, I'll come back with a longer sword. I can't believe this man's calling my sword short.
No.
How dare you, sir?
He's saying you have a small penis.
I mean, I was gonna kind of like let that build, you know, give it some time to cook in the oven. But okay, yeah, no, let's just fucking go for it. Small dick joke.
We're cooking with gas, and I am not making a small dick joke in earnest. I think it's an extremely dumb, stupid joke.
Yes.
Speaking of earnest,
Yeah, about that. What the hell happened?
what do you mean?
Are you okay? You just started talking about Ernest movies on Tumblr. Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm okay.
I missed that dialogue. Shit. I didn't realize it was going to be auto scroll. Elden Volcano.
Yay! Advancing the plot.
Approximately 65% of the region is covered by lava. It is inhabited by a large number of creatures that thrive in the extreme heat and direct flame. Please exercise caution with flammable materials such as wood and fabrique. In the event you catch on fire, I highly recommend that you extinguish the flames by performing a forward roll or a spin attack.
If there's ever a reboot we need, it's Ernest.
The monkey's paw curls. We get an Ernest reboot, but it's got like CG, Jim
CG
Varney.
dog. Ah! Oh, that hurts. Oh, that hurts.
And not just CG Jim Varney, but like they also use that like AI voice tech that they used for Luke Skywalker in Book of Boba Fett, so that they didn't have to hire a fucking voice actor.
Did they really?
They did. It sounds awful.
I think that's today the worst thing I've ever heard.
It sounds so bad because he doesn't fucking emote. Like everything is just really flat. It's the worst.
Okay, and I've briefly mentioned it sometimes how I don't like or watch Star Wars anything. So every time I hear something like this,
it just kind of reinforces that for you.
Of course, it's just I'm not even gonna hate watch anything. I don't want to. It's not worth it for me. But like, that's fucking awful.
It's ghoulish.
And Star Wars is just like there's so much money behind it. How could they?
It's unfortunate too because Book of Boba Fett is otherwise pretty good.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
I like Star Wars, I'm sorry. Can you ever forgive me?
Should be sorry. Cuts your head off.
Oh no! Nothing personnel, kid.
Oh my god, is there ever gonna be a Cold Steel reference in like the IDW comics?
I hope so.
God, please.
Because I feel like that's too niche of a reference to make in like one of the movies, but it's definitely not niche enough for them to do in the comics. Especially since they've put like other people's like characters in those comics. Like the person who runs Bobby Schroeder, who runs the Thanks Ken Penders Tumblr blog. Her persona is in a couple issues of those comics.
Holy shit. Wait, yeah, I just remembered fucking... Okay, I knew her username as Chibi Jen Hen.
Yes!
Like,
Jen Hernandez! She's a friend.
And what?
She's a friend.
Holy shit. Cause... Oh, starstruck right now.
We've been mutuals for like a while.
Oh. Oh. Because I used to really like her OC and fan art, and she does covers now, and I'm just like, oh my god.
She's done a couple issues, and I think she did one of like the first 4 issues and put her fan characters in it. Yes. I'm just like, yes, Sonic canon now. Yeah,
because that's just like stuff I loved, you know, as a kid on the internet, and it's like, just canon now. Canon!
Yeah, Jen's great. Real upset that she got caught up in that weird fucking, like, copyright shit recently. Have you heard about this?
No.
Okay, it is story time. I am taking off the Joy-Cons real quick.
Like Shadow taking off his power inhibitors.
Exactly. So, okay. So there's this character from the IDW comics. She's a great character. From what I understand, she's become a very quick fan favorite. Her name is Belle the Tinkerer. She is a marionette-style badnik.
Wait, no, I know. Wait, okay, I know what you're talking about now.
Okay, well, I'm going to keep talking about it for people who might not be aware.
Yes, please.
Okay, so Belle the Tinkerer is a marionette-style badnik. She's kind of her visual look is kind of like Pinocchio, classic cartoon-esque. She's got like a round pink nose.
Gino from Super Mario RPG.
Exactly. Very, very, very distinct, very common, I would say, visual archetype for like that kind of character, like a puppet-like character. And she's been in the comics for, I want to say, I think Bobby Schroeder actually mentioned, I think she's been in the comics for about 2 years now. And recently, for some fucking reason, and apparently it's not like this is like completely out of nowhere, but recently, some dude who has a character named Boing Kid, that he has apparently been trying to get off the ground as like a multimedia character, having pitched it to IDW and having run an unsuccessful Kickstarter for a video game, has started claiming that Belle is a ripoff of his character and copyright claiming depictions of the character on both Twitter and Tumblr. And Jen Hernandez actually posted like a cover that she had done featuring Belle, and it got copyright claimed by this guy. And it's really, really unfortunate because this guy has absolutely no case. Like, literally no case.
Why did it get taken down then at all?
Well, you know how Twitter likes to just, like, reward people who brute force the system?
Oh.
Yeah, it's that sort of situation.
I see.
It's one of those, well, we're getting all these reports, it must be something wrong.
Good God.
Hello, Venom Lad. Welcome to the Shark Stream.
Greetings.
But yeah, it's really unfortunate. I feel real bad for Jen.
Because I kept seeing this stuff and I didn't know what the hell to make of it. As soon as you said Boing Kid, I was like, oh, this is... I did not know that Jen got caught up in that.
Yeah, like, her stuff being put up and then taken down is kind of, like, where all of it started. And then I think some of Evan Stanley's art on Tumblr also got hit with it.
This is so stupid.
It's really dumb. Like, this guy has less of a case than Penders does. That's how... That's the sort of level we're looking at here.
I have no idea, like, what grounds that this person is standing on, because you put the two characters next to each other, they don't look alike.
They don't. They share, like, a couple characteristics, but again, these are very common visual archetypes for puppet-like characters. Nobody owns them.
Okay, I can't even tell that the Boing Kid is supposed to be a puppet. I thought it was like a plastic toy.
Yeah, like I said, puppet-like more than, like,
right.
Actually a puppet.
Or, like, I thought it was a seal.
Right, yeah. Like, fucking...
I don't know what the fuck it is I'm looking at.
Fucking watch out, Poplio, you little freak. You better watch your fucking back.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you want, like, a full breakdown of the whole Boing Kid shit, Bobby Schroeder did a couple good write-ups about it. Against her better judgment, because she really didn't want to talk about it, but since it seemed to have been sticking around, she did. But they're very good write-ups of, like, the whole situation.
Yeah. Because this is completely fucking ridiculous.
And that's thankskenpenders.tumblr.com is where those are. Alright, what was I doing? Oh yeah, Fi's talking. Master, I require your confirmation. You are currently attempting to ascertain the location of Zelda. Are you familiar with how to use dowsing to search for Zelda? Of course. Of course you do. My apologies. Please continue your search for Zelda. Thanks.
Pretty good thing to give you a choice.
Thanks for checking, Fi, because it has been a week, so I would not blame you if you thought I forgot.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess the dowsing thing is for, like, very, very young players.
Box.
Which is, like, let's see.
Like the tiniest babies.
The littlest babies. Because around, like, 2007, 2008, video games started to get very hand-holdy. And I know why. Is because they wanted to get in non-video game players into buying video games. So they look to that market and were like, we're gonna just, like, make this so much easier for people to play video games and not even really put any, like, physicality into the video game. And unfortunately, Skyward Sword has a little bit of this. Because, I mean, it would have been in development between that 5-year gap from Twilight Princess and when this came out. And yeah, that was one thing that people were very angry about. Was Fi talks too much. I feel like stupid, and it's like, I don't know, maybe you are. Maybe you actually need Yeah.
Maybe
like,
you are. Maybe.
Yeah.
It's possible.
Forgetting that, like, not only can you turn off the beginner interface, but also the reason that they...
Yeah!
Yeah!
I love these guys!
Hey, you mess with our turf and you're gonna pay? Whoa, you're not. Yo, Led, I don't think this is one of those red creeps. Yeah, I think you're right. No reason to scare the hair off us, though. Sorry about that, pal. These monsters showing up and messing with our turf has got me on edge. They show up here and I'm gonna knock the red clean out of them. That's what I'm doing here. Yeah, me, Led. Yeah, whatever, Miss Too Scared to dig in the dark. Anyway, if you're looking for treasure, you should stay clear of those red guys.
Thanks, guys. Love you.
Oh, God. They're so cute. Have you seen... I think you've seen them, like, what they look like underground, too.
I don't think I have, personally.
Oh, God.
I imagine incredibly muscular legs.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And adorable. They have these cute little pink feet pads.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, actually, I think you had stopped your original copy before you would have met them. Like, again.
Oh, that's tragic.
It's very tragic. It's just so adorable. You didn't get to see their little feet pads.
I think at this point, like, I don't really mind, like, especially now that I've, like, really kind of taken up streaming, I don't think I mind things being a little bit hand-holdy every so often, because especially when, like, I have something similar to, like, my current setup, where it's just like, oh, I play a game on one day, and then I stop playing it for a week, and then I come back to it. Because, like, you know what? Sometimes I just fucking forget things. Sometimes I just fucking forget how a game plays, and, like, maybe I need, like, an Assassin's Creed style, like, on-screen interface to tell me what each button does in each particular, like, situation. That's not the worst thing in the world for me.
It's not. The criticism was just, like, so extreme. Like, guys, chill. Do you know that they make these games for little babies, too? I mean, you're acting like one, but it's time for Link to sit. We all just need to sit sometimes. Think. He's dreaming of little rupees. Counting rupees.
He's dreaming of Tingle's Rosy Ruby Land.
Yes. That's a real game.
Huh?
That is a real game, and you should play it on stream.
Oh god, I'd have to get it. God, oh wait, what system was that on? Was that the
Okay,
DS?
Game Boy Advance. Emulate.
I bet. Yeah, I could maybe do that. Possibly.
Emulate.
I would have to. There was like a weird droning sound in the background of your mic that sounded like Silent Hill music.
Oh, it's because I live in Ohio.
Okay, just checking. That reminds me. Okay, so
The sound actually is there.
So Konami, right? Barely ever knows what the fuck to do with their franchises. You know how it is. I'm not about to talk about like the rumors about new Silent Hill stuff coming out. I don't want to do that right now because I'm still upset about it, about the rumors that are coming out. But one thing I do want to talk about. So one thing that Konami's been doing recently is skateboard decks, which like, yeah, okay, sure. And they have been releasing a line of limited edition Silent Hill skateboard decks. And, like, a couple of them are pretty standard stuff. Like, you have the sort of, like, Baphomet-looking motherfucker from Silent Hill 1, like, one of the final bosses you can fight. You have, of course, the Red Pyramid thing for the Silent Hill 2 deck. And, you know, I think I forget who I was talking to about this, but they released a design for Silent Hill 4, The Room. And I think I was talking to my friend Gannon about this, maybe. And they mentioned, like, oh, you know, they could have just gone with the door. But they didn't just go with the door. They went with the huge fucking Eileen head that you can find in the hospital.
Oh.
for the design, and it's actually kind of dope.
Okay, I think I saw you retweet this because I read the words deck and I was just like, cards?
No,
Trading
skateboard deck.
cards?
Like, if I was the kind of person that collected skateboard decks or just generally Silent Hill memorabilia, then I might go for it if I had the money for it. But like, it looks pretty cool.
That is a good deck design, yeah.
All right, Quartz.
Huh? Who are you supposed to be? Never seen you around here before. Whoa, hold it right there. Are you a friend of those red creeps?
No way.
You're not, huh? Well, you don't look like them, that's for sure. You're not that ugly.
Hey, wait a minute.
So what then? You here to pick up bomb flowers? Bomb what? Bomb flowers? You're joking, right? Those are them growing right over there. You pick one with A, and the fuse lights. A few seconds later, boom! You don't want to stop and sniff this flower. Dangerous plants, believe me. Once you learn to use them, they're a powerful weapon. Us Mwagmas are crazy about them. You can toss and roll them the same way you do jars. See what you can do with those bomb flowers over there. You do know how to roll and throw stuff, right?
Uh-huh.
Of course you do. You can lift things up to throw them and hold things below you to roll them. I mean, hey, everyone knows that.
I love how I said that I knew it, and he still told me how to do it.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, you know what? Fair.
So, I mean, I hope that the droning is still in the background because that's really funny.
I don't think I can hear it anymore.
Okay. What we were talking about, hand holding. It's like this game, Nintendo makes sure that little 5-year-olds can also play their video games, and people get really mad about Zelda games every time one comes out, and it's like, God, I'm sick of fanboy rage.
Get new material.
Yeah, for real. Like, go be mad at Sonic while you're at it.
Alright. Oh god, I am excited for real-time fan dubs doing Shadow the Hedgehog.
Oh my god, that's right! Yes!
Trailer for that came out today.
Part of it?
Well, the trailer for it.
Oh, okay. Things to look forward to.
It looks funny. Black Doom is literally Satan. according to the fan dub. Alfred's back as Robotnik. Could not be more thrilled.
Yeah, Robotnik. Eggman barely does anything in Shadow the Hedgehog, though. He shows up as the villain for a couple of the timelines, but
he dies.
He fucking gets murder killed by Shadow.
He gets straight murdered in that game occasionally.
Shadow does a judo chop and just kills him.
I think he does that to Sonic in a couple endings too.
Yeah.
So that's fun.
I can't imagine how this fan dub is gonna go. Cause like, I don't know. You have to like pick one timeline, I guess. Unless they're gonna pick a couple of them. Maybe jump around.
Jump around.
Jump around.
Jump up, and get down.
I do think that the most funny one would be if they pick an ending where Shadow kills Sonic. It's so fucking ridiculous.
Screen cuts to black, Penny Snapcube voice. Ouch!
Ah.
Chebst.
Let's see. The only other thing I know coming out this weekend is Stranger 4 Things, number 4.
Not as fun as Fant 4 Stick to say.
No.
I still never finished Stranger Things Season 3, honestly.
It's just, I'm sure it was supposed to come out like 2 years ago, because last year, over the summer, I was at a Target and I saw a bunch of Stranger Things Season 4 toys, and I'm just like, oh.
The fuck is that?
Fuck if I know.
Why it make monkey noise?
It might be a monkey.
Why it sound like Diddy Kong?
I don't know, but you have to kill it.
I guess I have to kill it. Anyway, continue. Ooh.
There's toys out of Stranger Things Season 4 with spoilers in the toy itself. And it's like, where's the series? Can we have it?
No.
Please? No. No David Harbour for you. It's like,
Shit.
but please, I've been a good little boy. I would like to see Mr. Harbour.
Do I need to, like... Am I, like, curving the fucking...
I also had this problem. And I was playing on a wired controller.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Hold on, I gotta fucking...
We're gonna put a little stink on the spin. Or whatever bowling people say.
I went bowling recently.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm usually, like... What? Throw the fucking bomb. Got it.
Wow, monkey dead.
I'm usually not super good at bowling, but I tried something different this time, where instead of rolling the ball, I would kind of throw it more like. Stop.
Phoenix. Phoenix, you wanna hear Gage's bowling story? She's back.
So I kind of like put a little bit more force and like kind of threw it down the lane rather than like just rolling it. And ended up doing pretty well, actually. I actually won that game, I think.
Oh, hell yeah.
With
Did
like
you
a
get...
couple strikes even.
It just reminded me of the fucking... I don't know if I should bring this up, even though it was like briefly a popular meme for a bit. The bowling screen thing.
Oh yeah. That artist that I definitely don't follow on my AD Twitter.
Wait, that was just done by a fucking artist? I thought... What?
I mean, they're a... What am I trying to say? No,
So
they are a CG animator.
Oh my god. So somebody you can like actually find on Twitter did this.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I thought it just came kind of out of nowhere.
No, I can
Like,
send you their Twitter account later if you want.
Oh my god.
I saw that shit before anyone else did.
Holy shit. Okay, I learned something new about that.
Alright, I'm gonna listen to this guy's dialogue. Hold on.
Huh? Another stranger? And you're not one of those red creeps either. I swear this neighborhood's getting crummier every day. Huh? Oh, nothing. Just talking to myself. Hey, I saw this funny dressed character go into that hole over there.
Hole.
It might be the friend you're looking for. You want to know what this kook was wearing? Let's see. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the getup was blackish. Other than that, I don't remember much.
That doesn't sound like Zelda.
Zelda doesn't think black.
Maybe Zelda's goth now?
Oh.
Tumblr's scene edit Zelda?
Oh, Zelda Goth GF?
Oh.
Oh.
I'm thinking about it now.
Oh.
Yoink. First try.
Wow.
Let's, yeah. Second try.
Hell yeah.
By which I mean the first try on the second one.
First try.
Nailed it. I really
hate
want to
to-
get that fucking heart piece I saw, because I've only got to get one more to... Oh.
Oh. Oh.
That's not what I wanted. Hold on. Nope.
Have you gotten to play any Elden Ring?
I'm gonna have to remember to send this to Audrey later. I'm sure she's gonna hate it. I've played a little bit of Elden Ring. I haven't gotten very far into it. I've been watching roommate and friend of the stream, Ixao, play a bit of it, and then our friend Ganon is visiting this week, and they've also been playing quite a bit of it. So I've been watching that.
Excellent.
But I tried playing a bit of it myself, and it didn't really click with me. But most Soulsborne games do, so or don't. So that's not too out of the ordinary.
Yeah, I just thought it was so interesting them using like, hey, there's just dung beetles out in the environment.
Oh
And you
yeah,
Like, applause to them for always doing interesting things with video games.
oh for sure. And I mean, one of the major bosses is called the Loathsome Dung Eater. And
Oh my
apparently,
God, yeah.
he is pretty loathsome, like, lore-wise, from what I understand.
Yes.
Apparently, he's just the worst.
He kinda is just the worst, absolutely.
Oh, fuck off.
I had watched Mr. Germa play all the way through Elden Ring. And he did see that quest line a little bit. I guess he finished it in a way.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that guy is just the worst.
Damn.
Or how does he fucking do it? The worst. I can't do it.
Alright. Where am I going?
To wherever your heart desires.
Well, my heart desires that.
The piece of heart.
Now my heart is peace.
Yes. Sorry, I'm just busy petting my kitty cat.
It's okay, I'm busy trying to remember this fucking, like... whack-ass film theory I saw once that I'm suddenly blanking on.
Whack-ass film theory.
Something about the Grinch and his heart growing 3 sizes actually killed him, and as a result, he's like a ghost in a different movie or something.
Oh, Christ.
I forget what it was all of a sudden, which sucks, because it was really funny when I heard it.
Oh no, this is somebody's actual film theory?
I think so. Like, it's in one of those videos where it's just like, you'll never look at this children's movie the same way again.
God.
Oh, dip!
Your ass!
No, my ass!
Burnt to a crisp. What do you think we'll get to see a Legend of Zelda where we see Link's naked butt? Representation, huh?
I think part of the issue here is that, like, I get, like, the curve like this, but then, like, when I actually, like, oh, hey, here, oh, hey!
Hey!
When I actually, like, go to throw the bomb, like, my wrist twists in the wrong direction, like, as I'm going up, and it just fucks up the whole throw.
Yeah. Like, there's not much, accuracy that doesn't, like, hinder you too much by just using wired controls, so it's fine. It's fine.
I want the grabby people.
Grabby people.
Give me the grabby people. Whoa!
Grabbity people.
Okay, let's,
Phoenix, you
Oh.
were nice. Why are you being
oh,
nice?
oh, That worked really well for the fact that my fucking Joy-Con wasn't, like, pointing the right direction.
It wasn't calibrated.
It wasn't calibrated properly, yeah.
No. What is it? Oh,
I got some rocks.
some fucking ronk.
Yo, was that some ronk?
Yo, we got some fucking ronk.
Okay.
And then if you want to get to any of these platforms, you have to come
fuck.
through here. You have to go all the way through the top every single time.
I don't like that.
Yeah, especially if you're trying to do Goddess Cube crap.
I wonder. So that bird statue can't bring me to the sky.
Mm-mm.
But...
But.
Hold on.
Oh yeah, you have the Babibo.
I do have the Babibo. But I think I need to activate... I have to call Phi first. Okay.
Ring ring, ring ring. Banana phone.
Yes, Master. Amiibo recognized. Do you wish to return to the sky? Now, now, if I use the Amiibo again, does it return me to right to this spot?
Oh, I don't remember.
I'm not gonna risk it right now.
Risk it.
Risk it. I'm not gonna risk that brisket.
Risk that brisket.
That's a risky brisky right there.
The film Risky Business, but instead it's about barbecue now.
Risky brisket. Oh.
Oh yeah.
Whee!
You almost fell in the fucking lava.
No, I didn't. That was scripted.
Oh wait, you actually found a much easier shortcut to get around what I was just talking about.
Yep.
Wow, I'm an idiot.
Don't say that about yourself.
I stupid.
No. It's fine. I don't have anything to dig with.
Oh, that's right, you don't.
Well, now I know this is here. Let's go get that goddess cube. Woo!
Oh yeah, the flying and falling crap was just so much harder with the old controller.
I just need to remember to fucking recalibrate every time I jump off this thing.
Yeah.
Ooh. Come to Butthead!
Yes. Excellent work.
Pwing.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Nailed it!
Hey man,
Huh?
what's going on down there?
Grr, those creeps just shimmied on in and took over our territory. Yo! What are you doing? Don't be sneaking up on me like that. Huh? You're looking for your friend? Can't help you there. Nobody's come through here, so maybe they went up the mountain from over that way. Wish someone would chase these clowns out of here.
Do you want me to kill that guy for you?
Camera pans over, there's just a bunch of clowns. Oh yeah, please don't die. You only have 3 hearts. I think you gotta kill the leader.
Oh, that guy. Alright, hold on. You stay right there, sir.
You took out every last one of them.
Oh, yeah.
I sure did, because I'm fucking badass.
I'm beefy and I'm steak. I'm beefsteak.
Fucking explosion behind him. Puts on a pair of shades.
Cool guys don't look at explosion.
You're one tough customer. Thanks for all your help. I don't blame you for not knowing this, but us Magma's always on our debts. Let me give you something to prove it. Any special requests?
Our way forward.
Rupees.
Oh, right.
Why did that like lapse into fucking like Cockney for a second there?
Oh, right. You what, mate?
You what?
Bash your fucking head in, swear on me mum. Oh, right, you're trying to find your friend, aren't you? In that case, take these things. There's something pretty special if I say so myself.
I got the diggy mitts.
The diggy digs.
Use these sharp claws to dig through patches of soft earth. Be sure to try digging with A anywhere you see signs that something has been buried in soft ground.
With these, you should be able to get to the top of that ledge right behind me. Just try digging in that hole below the ledge. You're in for a surprise.
It's time for hole.
I just hope your friend hasn't been captured by those red guys. Here's hoping everything's okay.
Yeah, I'm definitely not trying to give these guys a Cockney accent. I'm definitely trying to go more for Meowth.
What is Meowth? Is Meowth like Jersey accent?
Something like that, probably. I don't know for sure myself. Ooh, rock.
Ooh, more rock.
$20.
Other kind of rock.
Rock.
There's just rocks and holes all over this place.
I love hole.
Hole.
Hole. I dig. A frush. What do I got here? Rock.
Rock?
$10. Or is that $5? It's $5. $5. $1. This is a ladder. Woo!
Wind that blows straight up like little hole.
Don't know about that one.
Oh my god.
Less sure of that one by the second.
Oh my god. Jesus Christmas. I am ashamed of myself.
Oh boy. Okay, so which one of these do I want to... Let's go down this one. I got a good feeling.
Oh.
My good feeling was wrong. I will never trust my feelings again.
Do not ever.
Hey!
Hey.
Let me just very carefully, so I don't go careening off the edge of this fucking platform. Rock!
Rock. Who put that in a fucking treasure chest?
These guys, probably.
Oh yeah, that's right. They're all named after rocks. Hi, Phoenix.
Meow.
You jumped down.
Bigger meow.
Do you want back up?
I wish to have the uppies.
No, I know you want to go outside. My roommate's so annoying. Are you gonna meow into the microphone? Are you gonna say hi?
Okay, I think I've dropped down enough holes now.
Wow.
I think we can continue.
Phoenix, could you please get off the desk? Okay.
Ah!
Yeah.
Whoa, you scared me silly. You can't just start digging right above my head, you know? But I get where you're coming from. You never know what you're gonna find when you dig, so it's impossible to stop. Rupees are the most common treasure you'll dig up, but sometimes you might even score Elden ore or some hearts. If you run across a hole and you've got the time, dig, dig, dig. I love running across hole.
There's so many holes in here. Wow.
There's so much hole.
So many holes to explore. So many things to find in those holes. Is anyone sick of us talking about holes yet?
And in that moment, I swear we were whole.
The perks of being a wall
shit.
hole.
God. Alternatively, whole flower.
Silver linings play hole.
God.
Why was that movie popular? I don't understand. Bradley Cooper?
Mm-hmm.
Everything, everywhere, all at whole.
What was the fucking... Oh, the fault in our hole.
Intercell hole.
God.
Solomon Grundle. I think that's a movie.
Solomon Grundy is a Batman character.
I thought it was a literary thing.
I think it's like a nursery rhyme or something. But I know it as a Batman character.
The Bat Hole.
God, I should watch the Batman again. Ah, fuck!
Speaking of bats, that's right, I watched Morbius. I have nothing to say about it.
You have what?
I have nothing to say about it. It was such a nothing movie.
That sounds about right.
And you said you were gonna get the steelbook of it.
Yep. I did say that. I stand by that.
I don't know. I was just thinking, like, jokingly while watching the movie. Oh, so they finally let Matt Smith, like, take off his makeup for this role.
Like you do.
Like, haha, he doesn't look average, haha, stupid joke. Joke that I do not mean.
Remember he was in, like, Terminator Genesis?
That's not where I know him from.
I mean, I know him from Doctor Who, but I, like, remember he was in Terminator Genesis?
How do you remember anything about that?
What, Terminator Genesis?
Huh?
Because it's Terminator Genesis. And I've seen it more than once.
Oh.
Could be worse. Could be Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines.
Could be worse. You could have, you could have seen Terminator 4 in theaters like I did.
I think I did see Terminator 4 in theaters.
Oh god.
Or maybe I did. No, I don't think I did, actually. I might have waited till that was out on,
Whoa, now there's a green one. One of your people just came charging through here, dressed all in black. That a friend of yours?
Maybe? I'm actually not sure.
See that up ahead? That's what we call a drop-dead dead end. But this character danced right over it. Seriously? Jumping over a gap like that? My jaw hit the dirt. The dirt.
Dirt. I don't know where I'm going with this. Dirt. Alright, so that shortcut's open now. Oh.
Yeah. I don't understand this either.
You, the goddess's chosen hero.
Hey, what are you doing up there?
Mommy, sorry. Zelda is ahead. Hurry. Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
It's actually we've been going for 2 hours, 45 minutes. I should actually probably stop for the day.
Oh, yeah. God.
So, on that mysterious character, we will go ahead and call this a stream. I want to thank everybody for coming by. I hope you all had a good time. I know I did. I would like to thank Molly for joining me. Thank you, Molly.
Wow, Gage, thank you for having me once again to talk about video games and Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers.
Absolutely. We should have you on again sometime and not talk about Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers.
Aww, I can't talk about Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers once again?
No, I think I'm done talking about Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. I think I've had my fill of Chip and Dale.
Rescue Rangers.
Rescue Range.
Okay, we'll talk about Morbius next time.
We will probably talk about Morbius next time. I'm sure by that point I will have actually seen it. But let's see. What do I need to talk about before we call it a day? Art for the stream. Thumbnail art was done. Hey, want to know who didn't have their fill, though? Gadget. I don't know. She had 42 kids. She probably did. So, let's see here. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah. Art for the thumbnail was done by my friends Tish and JCat. Tish did the sketch, and you can find their work on Twitter at Patchwork Calico. That's PATCHWORKCALICO. JCat did the lines, colors, and shading, and you can find his work on Twitter at Dandy Mathwin, DANDYMATHUIN. My beautiful VTuber model here was done by friends of the stream Team Catpull, Audrey and B, who you can find at Team Catpull on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. Don't email them yet. It's not ready. Don't do it. Cut it out. Molly, where can people find you?
Well, first of all,
yeah,
the accompanying art that I did that's blinking next to Gage's beautiful VTuber. I did it to match up, and this one is a special edition in which I photoshopped a picture of Bruce on the shirt.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get that a little bit more on screen here.
Yeah,
so
sadly,
you can see the Bruce shirt.
Sadly, there was almost no Bruce in this stream. He made one little appearance. And, of course, I only came into the stream just so I could talk about Groose. I'm just kidding.
We'll have you on again in a more Groose-heavy part of the game.
Sure. That would be great.
Yeah.
And where you can find me, in particular, on Twitter, is twitter.com/Skullduggo. That's SKULDUGGO.
Yeah. Are you still doing that whole donation drive thing?
Until the end of the week, because of course I am not quite past the 10-11 day mark for when you're meant to probably test negative for COVID. So I'm still just chilling and accepting any donations if anyone wants to throw me a $5 over on my art page.
Yeah, go help Molly out.
Yeah, art page is Ginger is a Spice. And, of course, 18 and up. If you're not 18 and up, don't go there.
I always figured they were both art pages just for different, what's the word I'm looking for? Demographics.
Maybe. Well, nowadays it's just one's workplace and the other is just chilling.
Understood.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's going to be it. We're going to go ahead and, speaking of friends of the stream, Team Capel, we are going to go ahead and raid their stream. Oh, wait. Before I do that, actually, one thing that I keep fucking forgetting to do every time I start this game up is there is a cutscene that you get for idling at the title screen that I haven't actually watched yet.
There is. Okay, you have me interested.
So we're gonna. It's basically like it's the setup for the game. Like it's just like here's the backstory.
Oh, the thing where they go over that, like, tapestry?
Yeah. We haven't actually watched that yet.
Oh, did you...
I never idled at the screen.
Because I think it plays when you start the game up. Did you not see it?
I didn't recall seeing it when I started the game up.
Oh, that's weird. Hmm.
Who can say?
I actually don't remember seeing it when I turned this game on.
Mm-hmm.
So now we have to idle here.
Yep. But in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and set up that raid. This is a tale that you humans have passed down through uncounted generations. It tells of a war of unmatched scale and ferocity, the likes of which would never be seen again. One dark, fateful day, the earth cracked wide and malevolent forces rushed forth from the fissure. They mounted a brutal assault upon the surface people, driving the land into deep despair. They burnt forests to ash, choked the land's sweet springs, and murdered without hesitation. Those are very funny-looking people.
Oh shit! It looks like it sucks. Looks like a bad time.
They did all this in their lust to take the ultimate power protected by her grace, the goddess. Shit! Goddamn! The power she guarded was without equal. Handed down by gods of old, this power gave its holder the means to make any desire a reality. That sounds kind of familiar. Where have we heard that before? Such was the might of the ultimate power that the Old Ones placed it in the care of the goddess. To prevent this great power from falling into the hands of the evil swarming the lands, the goddess gathered the surviving humans on an outcropping of Earth. She sent it skyward, beyond the reach of the demonic hordes, beyond even the clouds. Fuck, there it goes.
Goddamn.
With the humans safe, the goddess joined forces with the land dwellers and fought the evil forces, sealing them away. At last, peace was restored to the surface. This is a tale that you humans have told for many ages, generation to generation. But there are other legends, long hidden away from memory, that are intertwined with this tale. Now a new legend bound to this great story stands ready to be revealed. A legend that will be forged by your own hand.
Me?
You.
Oh.
Okay, so now I can not feel bad about skipping that every time. All right, that's going to be it. Upcoming streams. Tomorrow, God of War, Ghosts of Sparta. Friday, Castlevania, Lords of Shadow, Mirror of Fate. Saturday, more Dead Space Martyr on the book stream? Shark Stream Book Club.
The book stream? Shark Club?
The book stream Shark Club. That's it. Anything else? Oh, and then of course more Skyward Sword next week. Maybe with Molly, maybe without Molly. Who knows? We'll see.
I'll definitely be there in some shape, way, or form. Maybe I'll be a puff of gas.
Perhaps. Just like although technically speaking, now that I've given you the permissions for the voice chat, you could just crash any stream at any point.
Oh my goodness.
You have that power now.
Oh my. Okay, I promise not to abuse this power, and now that you have a physical recording of me promising that, I can't break it.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and get out. We're gonna get a. We're gonna fuck. We're gonna go ahead and get out of here. Stick around for the cat pull raid, and I will see you next time on the Shark Stream. Same shark time, same shark channel. Take care.
Bye-bye.